This session will be discussing about viruses. Now, I've already told you that viruses are acellular. They don't have cell, means they don't have cell wall, they don't have cell membrane, they don't have protoplasm. So they also what you call lack protoplasm. If you can look, they lack protoplast. So all these things like that, the virus, if you can talk about, it's not made up of cell, so it is acellular. And what it says, if you know about cell theory, which was given by Sladen and Swan, they told that every living entity is made up of cells, but viruses are also living. Viruses can be living, cannot be living, and that's what they are, the link between livings and non-livings. The time they are outside the body of the host can be anything. It can be what you call animal, it can be plant, it can be human being, it can be even bacteria or fungus. Now, when virus is outside the body of the host, it is non-living. And when it comes inside the body of the host and starts using the machinery of the host for the replication of its genetic material, it becomes living. So the virus, when it is inside the body, it is living. The virus, when it is outside the body of the host, it is non-living. So we call that they are the link between livings and non-livings. And the very time they are living, and Sladen and Swan said that all living entities are made up of cell, and the time virus is living, it is again not made up of cell. So they are important exceptions of cell theory. This has been asked most of the times, that what is the exception of cell theory? Your answer goes to viruses. Viruses are not made up of cells. Those are connecting link between what you call livings and non-livings, and viruses are important exception of cell theory. Now when you talk about, they are host specific. A virus which infects bacteria is called bacteriophage. The bacteriophage will only be looking forward for bacteria, will not be looking forward for any of the hosts like animals or plants or humans. So viruses are host specific. Now when you talk about, they are very important statement. They are obligatory intracellular parasite. They are parasite. They want some living host, and that living host can be anything. They go to that particular living host and start consuming the machinery from that living. So they are parasite because they are growing over the living entities. They are intracellular. The time they go inside the cell, they start using machinery of the cell. They are intracellular, and obligatory means strict. So they becomes parasite after going inside the cell, and that is the only condition they becomes what you call living. So they are obligatory intracellular parasite. Now since I have told you, they also share the characteristic of non-livings, and one important characters what living don't show and only non-living things show, its ability to crystallize. Viruses can get crystallized. You can make the crystals of viruses. And the first crystallized virus, the virus which was first crystallized, you remember this name is TMV virus, it is tobacco mosaic virus. In your syllabus, you will have to talk about tobacco mosaic virus and bacteriophage virus. That will be detailing you in the next sessions. But remember, the virus which was first crystallized was TMV or tobacco mosaic virus. Now, virology is what you call one among the studies which deals with viruses. There is a famous institute called NIV in India, which is National Institute of Virology. They are dealing with different viruses structures and studies. Now when you talk about, I've told you that they are inert outside the host. Inert means they are not active. So the time they are not present inside the body of the host, they are not active. And the time they become what you call, they come down to your body, they become active. Mutation can occur, which is one of the features of living beings. In viruses, you can see the mutations happening. And they can cross bacterial filter. Remember this important point. They are smaller than bacteria, so they can easily cross the bacterial filter. If you remember, one more organism which was able to cross bacterial filter was mycoplasma. So remember that viruses and mycoplasma are smaller than bacteria, so they can easily cross bacterial proof filter. So next session will be detailing you about viral structure.